Hi, I'm Mark Dias, and welcome back to Let's Play Lord of the Rings Two Towers. I had some more coffee. I needed it. Much better. I'm usually not a big fan of coffee. I don't like it as much as energy drinks, but beggars can't be choosers. So yeah. I know it's getting a little macabre near the end of that, but end of the last episode, but somebody's got to talk about it. I actually spent a nice little break, and I know I'm going to butcher his name because I always do. Nietzsche, or Nietzsche. I was reading him, and it was rather interesting. In water. You can go away. No penalty. I guess there is like a death penalty. Ooh, exquisite pot health. Those probably sell for a lot because they're red. And Sting is unique, so I already have one of those. Yeah, let's get rid of it. Probably get rid of that next. +1 melee armor, 14 critical. 1 missile, 4 critical, 1 spirit. I was hoping for more, but don't want that yet. You're an archer. You shouldn't take this much damage. God damn it. Gems, 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 gems. Yeah! Okay, well I guess we're going here. Let's just keep following that. Ooh, excuse me. I really chugged my coffee right away. You know, I've always wondered why RPGs, you're always killing, harmless animals in the beginning of the game. Red Devil Man hurts me bad. Also, Swarm of Wargs hurts me bad. Well, not really. I didn't really have much health left. The Devil Man... Jeez, hitting him even hurts. I thought I got rid of something from my inventory, but I think I might have gotten rid of it. Whoa. Unless that's the penalty, it makes you drop random items. Ooh. How about you piss off until I get enough to heal myself? Thank you. It is actually more effective to get them side by side because they have a longer reach up and down. Kind of strange. That's a really awkward fence. Ow! Jerk. I think I need more courage. Because without your bravery, you wouldn't be able to cast. Because there's nothing more brave than running away and healing yourself. No, bad bush. You almost hit me. Haha. Oh, I knocked him right the fuck over. Alright, that's nothing good. No, it was just interesting. I was reading Nietzsche, whatever. It was just interesting. Like, basically him talking about, like, values and morality, and how, like, there's certain, like, aspects of people that are more, like people who are in a position of power who do, who basically, like, abuse their seat of power are, like, basically shallow, pathetic people. He talks about more how it's, like, how most of these people are usually, like, envious of people who actually have good virtue. Basically, it's like the people who pretend to be good people but really do bad things are the people who really just envy those who actually do good deeds. It's really interesting. I mean, obviously it's, like, kind of common sense, but, like, today, but it's still interesting to know that, like, that long ago someone pretty much felt this way about it. And it's even weird how there's, like, cynics of his opinion of that, which is kind of strange. I mean, granted, cynics can find anything they don't like. I mean, they could find, like, a cloud covered in gold, and gold prices would make them billionaires, but they'd still be like, why is it so valuable? You'd be like, I have to carry it. But, I don't know, that point aside, I always find it interesting with someone who's, like, you know, coming into, you know, the beginnings of kind of German elitism and European, you know, as they would say, like, bourgeois society. It's interesting to just note that some people were basically, like, laughing at the whole affair and thinking it was just ridiculous, which is, like, understandable. Especially in that era. But it's just, it's one of those things that I think gives a better snapshot of history than reading, you know, facts and dates. To say that, like, some people were so, like, you people are being ridiculous, instead of, like, all of Europe was like this. I don't know. I guess it's the same thing as saying, like, you know, during, like, during, like, you know, the Nazis' reign of power, everyone was a Nazi. It's just ridiculous to say. But it's also, if you didn't know what other side there would be to such an argument, you wouldn't know that there would actually be good people on the opposite side. I mean, it's the same thing as, like, people who went over during World War II and were surprised that not everybody was in this fervor of, you know, Nazis. And that's, like, weird. Like, I mean, it's good propaganda, I guess, on your side, but, well, no propaganda is good propaganda. But anyway, it's just weird to think that there's not, like, another side of the coin. But, like, it's just kind of weird how he talks openly about basically what's, like, mounting to happen well before it actually happens. I'm not saying he's some great prophet of the future or whatever, or that he, you know, made predictions that will come true. It's just, it's interesting that his observations were, you know, turned out to be very correct, unfortunately. This one does give me missile armor, which I kind of need, and spirit regen. It could look like a knight. Slaughter you all. Good. I need that experience. I'm about to level up. But, I don't know. I always get, like, kind of lost in his kind of writings about, you know, like, the 18th and 19th, well, actually, it's pretty much all the 18th and 19th century, like, Christians, and they kind of had, like, more of a moral, in quote, foothold on Europe, and it really shows, like, what would happen if, we had people like that in control and in power over things. Sweet, 500 gems get lost. So, I don't know, I just find it, like, fascinating. I mean, it's the same kind of problems that we still deal with today. It's just he's more satirical about what happened. So, I find it kind of interesting. Most people find him, like, depressing, but I think he's rather interesting just because, I don't know, you had a lot of, like, the beginnings of existentialism and a lot of, like, I want to say, you kind of had very conservative people and very, like, outright liberal people, and then you had, like, existentialists and all these other people flowing up at the same time. So it's interesting to note that there's someone who is outside of that kind of curve. So, I don't know. And also, it's not like I take every one of his opinions correctly, but I do feel like at that point when you had so much, you know, Christian domination and so much segregation and bigotry going on, that it's weird to have someone who's usually considered, like, you know, this monster heretic and all this, who is actually really saying the right things, you know. Like he was saying, to treat people fairly, to speak your mind and be critical, and it doesn't surprise me that he was, like, hated in his time. And it is kind of funny that in many ways the kind of things that led to, like, the Nazi movement he was really against. And most people usually consider him almost like a freaking, like, a founding idealist. I mean, granted, he is a really brilliant man in terms of things he says, but it's just strange to have people always kind of clump him together with, you know, the Nazis in that kind of era. It's very strange. I mean, it's kind of like 100 years from now, people clump. Hold on. Clump, like, all of us as, like, having fervor behind, like, you know, George Bush or something. I think that, like, history has a bad way of misrepresenting facts, and I'm sure that Nietzsche didn't have all the facts, but it's still interesting to hear, like, another. Yeah, I need more health before anything else, or more magic. Also, I like it because, I mean, he's more serious about things than other people are. A lot more people were more on being satirical or more like the Greek poet kind of things, and he was very, I don't know, very direct about his opinions, which I always appreciate, because, like, a lot of philosophers, which I really think that philosophers over history have just been, like, one long one-upmanship, and it's like one long forum post that rambles about nothing. So, I don't know. It's more interesting to just have someone who, like, speaks in a pretty way, but also at the same time is very straightforward about what he believes. And especially you don't find a lot of that in older literature or in philosophy. A lot of times in philosophy, people just contradict themselves incessantly and say ridiculous things. Adamantite cap. That's not really good for adamantite. 1 melee armor, 4 critical armor. Stupid. But I also value the fact that, you know, he talked about a lot of things that people today seem to talk about, especially on, like, YouTube and stuff, about, you know, the ideals and Christian values and stuff like that. And it's always interesting to say that the Christian values do not equal what they say, and that essentially most people have more of like a slave and master relationship to these values. That, you know, you have these preachers spouting all this evil, and then the people go out and do these kind of horrible things, and that these are the, like, a symptom, that it's not the people that are wrong, it's, you know, the person saying it. And I'm sure all of this is just common sense nowadays, hopefully. What the hell was that? But back then it really wasn't. I mean, being outspoken against the church was a pretty big deal back then. But, just short. Alright, I'm gonna farm around for a minute. But, it's also just interesting to say, like, why do you need, like, these values from these people? Like, and saying that, like, you know, when you become a slave, your mindset becomes a certain way, and you'll become almost transfixed, just regardless of abuses. Like, you know, priests abuse children, and people, you know, blame the priests, but not necessarily the kind of lifestyle that promotes the protection of these individuals. And that, like, the individual is more at a cost than it would be for everybody else. Than it would be for, you know, the people who are committing, who are allowing these crimes to be perpetrated. And also, I mean, saying outright that those who remain silent to these evils are absolutely, like, despicable. That they're, like, they're just as much at fault for these things as the people who actually do them. And I always think that's kind of interesting, that you should kind of be held responsible. I kind of like the extra accuracy. 1 melee, 1 missile. +1 strength, +2 defense, +2 defense, +1 courage. I think that's actually a little better. I mean, the stats are about the same, it's just we're swapping a strength for a courage. I don't know, and this kind of, like, courage of your soul, like, to be able to stand up against evils, even if it costs you, that means that you're a better person. Outright. Like, without question. I don't know. And I think that's a better value to take into yourself than, you know, some other value that someone else spouts. Yeah, okay, good. I'm gonna have to go around. So, could you guys just give me enough gems so I can upgrade my thingy again? My whetstone. Soldier sword. Why didn't Archer have a soldier sword? Let's see. That's stupid. Oh yeah, earlier the reason why I had the slot open is because I used the end water when I died. Derp! Ooh, shoes. Sandals. Some fruit. Sweet. More gems. Yeah, I guess that's the exit, so let's walk around a little bit. I don't know. Also talking about, like, people who use... What the hell is that? People who use virtue, or say they're virtuous, and use that as, like, a tool for power and stuff like that, are detestable people as well. No, I always like the kind of, you have the power to stand up, do the right thing, is much more important than what you could possibly, you know, than some of the other outcomes for that. Saying, like, the cat has claws, but the vest will never show, will, like, let people know that they have, you know, claws, power, whatever, but know better than to use it freely, to only use it when you really need it. It's also interesting because he talks about revenge and how, like, driven by revenge is sad. Your best bet is to do small revenges to let someone know that they've wronged you, but not become obsessed or to go out of your way to make revenge on somebody, even when they've wronged you. That it's best to not forget that they've wronged you, but live better by making the other person aware of it without, you know, bending over backwards or killing yourself or hurting your character by doing so. Which I totally understand. Sometimes it's better just to poop in someone's cereal anonymously than it is to, you know, go and kill their family. To be continued. Whoa, firing explosive arrows? Some fruit. Oh no, it's just random explosions. The bread totally looks like freaking butter. Aim for the face. Okay, so I guess I don't go that way. I will slay many orcs. I see. It's like He-Man. Break the portals. Ow. Please stop shooting things like that at me. I'm gonna hide behind here. Hopefully I'll be safe. There we go. Yum yum. Wait, what was that? Oh, broadsword. I don't know. I think there's an interest to be, like, deterministic. Nietzsche's whole, like, you know, der Will, der Macht, or whatever. Like, the will to power. I always think that's interesting, but at the same time, like, it's important to know what real power is, and he really goes into depth, really talking about it, and I always find it fascinating, like, what consideration he puts as being actual power versus being, like, someone who's overpowering or overbearing. I don't know. And it's weird because I agree with a lot of his views on things like that. I mean, a lot of people find him kind of nihilistic or whatever, but I don't know. I find it actually kind of hopeful that someone would be using decency and common sense and talking about, you know, real charity is assuring someone and their livelihood than it is, like, to basically, like, you know, subjugate yourself, but not to the point where someone would think you're weak-willed in order to, like, give to someone, which I find, you know, very much the case for me. God, where's that from? I will slay many orcs. I don't remember. Maybe it was from Lord of the Rings. I don't remember. Aragorn has an ogre slaying knife. No, I don't know. I've run out of anything to talk about, and this is certainly not interesting. I mean, it's effing Lord of the Rings. Like, seriously. Come on, Aragorn. I think they should make, if they haven't already, actually Delirious and I talked about it, that they should totally, just to piss off a lot of people, make a Lord of the Rings porno. You have like era porn. There's some other ones. I can't remember all of them. I mean, I know they have, what, Lord of the G-Strings, but that's not that interesting. Okay, so I guess we go back to the wall and go down. Because he said further south, and I thought this would be further south, or they just created that one whole huge area for no fucking reason. Let's see. Is it here? No. I wish there was a run button. I'm glad I have these sandals of speed or whatever. Come on, let's go. Fat little ginger. There are many orcs here. I will slay many orcs. Okay. You are not a pleasant sight on this bridge. Jesus Christ. Cheese and rice. Alright, let's wait. Tumpty Dumpty Tum, waiting for my magic to refill. I kind of always like that if you get a skill, it should be hard to cast at first, and then it gets easier to cast as it goes, not cost more. I'd always think that that would be true. You think the more proficient you'd get at it, how easy you could do it, like it was no big deal. I'll wait until I'm full health and have some SP, because I don't want to, or spirit power, or whatever the hell, because I don't really want to die. I imagine we're probably almost done the game. I can't imagine it's going much further, because it's just about here that where shit happens. Yeah, because they fight here and win, and then the Ents knock the other, like, just destroy the orc breeding place outside of that dude's tower. So at most we'll have like that battle, but Aragorn wasn't there, so. How did you come from behind? You should not be up there. You didn't even get a chance to use your stupid spear. I came all this way and they killed me the second I came in. I'm just gonna stay here and keep tapping B until they all die. Or I die. That's right, you all die. No. I said you die. I guess those are the, whatever, the upgraded orc guys. No, get out of the wall. You're not supposed to be in the wall, you big jerk. Could I hit this guy, please? Thank you. I wonder if I have to do something else or if they just keep spawning. I want to level up before I go to that other place, because I'll probably have to fight a boss. Didn't they send like a troll or an ogre or whatever there? I'm getting like no experience from these chumps. And so ends the life of anonymous soldier number 84372. Oh, I do go over here. Usefulness. Yeah, I'm on fire. I don't know. I actually haven't seen the Lord of the Rings movie in a little while. I still need to sit down. Oh, actually, I did sit down and watch Harry Potter all the way through. Who the hell are you? Are you supposed to be Ewan or whatever? You're just some random city guard, aren't you? Yes, finally. Yeah, let's put defense up. I could probably explain why I'm getting owned so bad. I've killed 1,728. I'm a beast. So, if it does +1 per level, wouldn't that mean I'd get a +6 on my second hand? I mean, technically, if you just kept putting points into that, you could make your second hand more powerful than your first, considering I've been getting nothing but crap gears. Without Sting, Frodo's gonna die to that spider horribly. For the Fellowship of the Ring, Frodo, we had to sell yours for some gems. Your sacred sword that will keep you from dying. I'm sorry, your magic sword that detects evil. I'm probably gonna get screwed by like a boss. So. No. No, your red armor is not acceptable. Spam for all you're worth. Yes. Oh, he dropped a weapon. Stupid backsword. It's backwards is what it is. Come on, this is like... The armor they're giving me is like... freaking playing through Skyrim in leather armor. Alright, this has a bunch of names, so hopefully it's good. Or it's an absolute piece of garbage. This is an absolute piece of garbage. So is that. That got me like no money. It was like, it's worth 17 gems. I don't know, this game at GameStop was really popular. Surprising. But, I mean, everybody loved the Lord of the Rings movies, so I guess it's not that surprising. You know, for all this protection from ring wraiths that other spell has, I have not seen a single ring wraith. You go to hell. Alright, I don't need this anymore. I don't need that. Certainly don't need that. Or that. Scale mail. Uh-oh. Iron Man is here with his blue sword. What is this? Scale mail. +8, +8. +7/+4. I mean, that's pretty damn good. Orc cheap ring mail. Wow. That sounds like a deal. I mean, I've pretty much been wearing this since, like, that Dwarven dungeon. I guess it's time for a little upgrade. Padded shirt, really? That's what you're going with? No, you're getting smoked, turkey. Get over it. Fire King's longsword? I'm a little far from the dwarves to have a Fire King. Aragorn gets crappy gears. I think that's the name of this. Two to 5 damage, accuracy +5, +2 courage. I have enough courage, I need strength. My strength is nerfy. Cheap peasant boots. You get out of my inventory. That's really not that bad, but it sucks because my pothead. Oh, pot helm. Derp. It doesn't help me because without speed I'd probably be owned in a minute. Do I have to go in here? No, I wanted those gems. You. This music doesn't really fit. Large shield. This is where he walks in on Eowyn blowing an orc. For some reason I remember that part of the movie. Just kidding. I mean, I know people like got all incensed with Lord of the Rings with all this like extra love story stuff, but like honestly, how are you going to get some people to come see it if there's not at least a love story? There's only so much battle you can have before people, like generic audiences, start getting bored. I mean, I agree it shouldn't have been put in, but I'm sure there's a version that doesn't have it in. Much like someone's made Star Wars without Jar Jar Binks. Alright. See, that's just too good to give up. +2 to all stats? I mean, that only gives +1 to one stat, so fuck that. That's weird, because that's not red. That's just like, yeah, no big deal. Alright, what else did I get? That's really not that good. I mean, yeah, it's good for critical armor, but I mean, I haven't worried about criticals that much recently. I mean, I'm sure I have, but I really haven't noticed them. I kind of wish there was like a damage indicator, like at least little numbers that would pop up. Be like 1, 1, 1. I mean, that way I could at least gauge a little better. Like if I needed more defense or more attack. I mean, either way, most of these enemies are like paper dolls, so... That's why I think it's ridiculous to have these freaking orcs and all this full plate moving around. I mean, I know essentially it was probably a decision because it was probably too expensive to, like, cover people in orc body paint every day. God damn it. I was getting reckless. Butter. do. Suddenly there's a lot less enemies here. Maybe I just didn't notice the first time through. Does it, like, reduce my gems or something when I die? Is that what's going on here? No, I still have a lot of gems. I also hate this because they have such an advantage at this angle. Alright, I'm not picking up anything that doesn't look new and spiffy. Just spam, hope for the best, then Iron Man will die. I highly doubt I need wizard shoes. Yeah, that can go. I might keep that in case I might just equip that whenever I need SP. Spirit points, or whatever they call them. I don't know which would be better. Oh, this can go. You can go. Get the hell out of here. I'm trying to pick stuff up. Thank you for dropping butter. Alright, I got my butter, now run. That's stupid. Ooh. Oh, it's two-handed. I like how it's like a pile of 45 gems. Since it says cheap in it, I'm getting rid of it. And actually I can get rid of these stupid wizard shoes too. Probably shouldn't have gotten rid of it for that, but whatever. Give me some damn gems. Oh, unless it's just a skill point? No. Gave me like 100 gems, but I might have picked those up. Unless it's like an autosave point or something? I have no idea. I have a feeling that they're just dragging out the end of this. Falchion. Garbage. I think I already have one of those. Cloth shirt. Stupid. Well, yeah, stupid. I don't remember the caves looking like this. God damn it! I need to stop getting so, like, jumping to do it. Spiked buckler apparently adds damage. I'll hold on to that. Ooh, dragon scale chainmail. That sounds sexy. Ho 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 ho! Bad against missiles, but who gives a shit? It's 17. You go to bed. No, I'm gonna stun lock you. Some fruit. As far as it's not like some pile of 12 fruit. I mean, I'm gonna miss the +8 missile defense, but no, unless it's green, I'm not picking it up. Fuck that shit. Like, how would you know a pile is exactly that number? That's kind of confusing, if you ask me. Spam for all you're worth. Hells yeah. You dropped a leather jacket. You're clearly dressed like Iron Man. I don't know what those do. I guess they restore both. I just haven't been paying attention. Nope. I don't know. Dull choker. Let's see what this is. Yeah, screw that thing. Pick it up. You can do it. You're a big boy. -1 courage. Stupid. I don't know how you do this without using your heal spell. You probably just fail. Uh-oh, you're slightly more mobile than the last few. Oh, that hurt. That's stupid. I don't know what to get rid of. Yeah, I'll just get rid of the boots. Don't care. Goblin mail, chainmail, it's probably like garbage. +5 accuracy, +2 courage, okay. I was kind of hoping the goblin mail would be better. I like how they're like, "Yaw!" with a little tiny crossbow. It's kind of weird. Alright. I made a little bit of progress there. So, that's all for this episode of Let's Play Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. With me, Mark Dias. See you later.